girlfriend started her job, and I'm more pissed than she is. She got hired by big grocery store, and in my small town, her starting pay at $15 is great. The problem is she's a part-time worker, which means she has to wait a year to get benefits instead of 90 days. What's the cutoff? Apparently 34 hours is full-time, so of course she's working 33. We live in Texas, and a quick Google search says that full-time is considered 32 hours. So they might even be breaking the law. But the worst part is her schedule. Tomorrow she works 2:30 p.m. 10 p.m., and then 11 a.m. 7 p.m., then 4 p.m. 9 p.m., then 4 a.m. 1 p.m. Why are they changing her schedule like this? I don't even understand the point for them. They just hired multiple people. Why do they need to make her change her sleep schedule every day just to work 1 hour short of getting healthcare and benefits? Exactly as they planned, and there's nothing we can do except not work at these places or accept getting bent over. Absolutely fuck that job. I will never accept a job without regular shifts. You need some kind of stability in your life. This is most certainly Walmart, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, I know from experience. That schedule blows, and just a heads up, if she needs health insurance she should apply through and say her employer isn't giving her health insurance. It's an easy application, and coverage is often free when you have a low income. Sounds like Walmart. I also work there. The way they abuse the system is that they give you an hour break and give you an extra half hour so that it does not legally count as a full day's pay. The break itself doesn't count as an hour of work, so they use that as a means of extracting as much work from you without having the obligation to give benefits. Sounds like good ole heb. I know many people who work for them. If you scour their Reddit sub, they recently hired a fuckton of Walmart former employees management, and from the tone of the comments, they are bringing their shitty management style with them. Red Walmart is the slur I've been reading on the comments. Sorry. Heb lol. It's all according to the plan. The plan to make sure she leaves before she gets in enough time. Keep her hours jumping all over the place so it's difficult to find another part-time job. Or even better, a decent full-time job. They don't want her to have benefits, and they don't want her to have another job. That's grocery. When a new person with open availability comes in, they're often bounced around to see who they work with best, etc. But as a part-timer in a department with a wide range of hours, she'll never have a set schedule. That being said, the clopen shift she's got may not be in line with policy. There's not even 8 hours in between. I also work for big grocery, and they're fucking me in the same way. They give us all just under the number of hours that would make us eligible for the benefits. Pieces of shit, all of them. My wife had a similar kind of job. Part-time with crazy shift changes for no rational reason. Then she got breast cancer. According to my wife's oncologist, women who work jobs where the shift is constantly changed are 6x times more likely to develop breast cancer than women who work a consistent schedule. I'd have your girlfriend quit today, if it was me. Welcome to late-stage capitalism. The system is designed this way intentionally. Get as much as possible from you, give as little as possible back, and exhaust you so that you don't have the energy to change your circumstance. Sleep deprivation is a brainwashing cult tactic. Maybe this is how they keep employees from having the brain power to escape. Woman face palming, but is messed up. This is why we collectively need to strike and collectively refuse to work for deranged corporations like this. Really simple and common sense demands. 1. End loopholes for avoiding benefits. 2. Fair wages. 3. Regular schedules. I worked for Walmart in Wyoming for a bit. Full-time hours would have been 38 for 4 or more weeks. So they schedule me for 40 for 3 weeks and then 30 for a week. Never got benefits, and I will never work for them again, knowing that's just how corporate wants it done. $15 hour is great. In US, with no benefits, WTF guys, you really need some kind of revolution FR. Since she's in TX, I'd strongly recommend she looks for work at bookies. They pay very well and their benefits are top-notch. This is why I want employers out of the benefits business. Better to have a healthcare tax paid as a percentage of wages, then it wouldn't matter part or full-time, still have cover. Same for retirement, do like Australia does with superannuation, employer pays set percentage into fund, employee selects. Red State Anti-Union Texas. What do you expect? Your governor just signed a law that construction workers can't take a water break. The idea is that if you give your employees stability, they will start to have a life outside of work and make plans for things on their days off. This is a huge no-no because that means employees won't be available for work if needed. I'm 100% serious. Just another fun way corporations can jerk their employees around. Dehumanizing. The schedule is entirely to make it difficult for her to feel comfortable getting a second job. I've seen it for decades. I'd hire someone for days who's working retail for evenings, and suddenly, the retail job starts scheduling them 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. They even end up with fewer hours there, but in a way that prevents them having any hours with me. The company wants to keep their options wide open and limit hers as much as possible. OMG. I'm so happy I live in a country that has benefits the moment you start work. No matter how many hours or how much you make, you're immediately under health insurance. Even if you get fired or quit, you keep your health insurance. I can't understand how you guys can live with such a crap. GTFO of Texas, don't go to Florida either. I work in HR for a big US company and everyone is terrified of millennials and Gen Z who are set to make up the majority of the US workforce by 2030 and who also absolutely refuse to work at inhuman places. Some aren't even giving 2-week notices anymore and are taking full advantage of this at-will system we got going on. I love this for us. Boycott these places and practices by not working there. They can either go under or update their policies to get people to work there. If they don't want you having a second job, then they need to be full-time hours. That scheduling fuckery needs to stop. Despicable business practices. What a country. Live in Texas. There is your problem. It's by design. There was a huge controversy like 10 or 15 years ago with Walmart because they were looking to only hire part-time workers to prevent people from receiving benefits. Question: does America have a law regarding time between shifts? Like, is it legal for them to schedule her a shift that finishes at 10 p.m. and the next one to start at 4 a.m., 6 hours later? Where I'm from, I think there had to be a minimum of 11 hours between work. Welcome to the capitalist hellscape that is America. Doesn't help you're in a Republican stronghold that intentionally fucks over workers and actively weakens workers' rights. See what the federal hourly rate is for full-time benefits. I was told it was over 30 hours. If she's working more than that, then they're breaking the law. As for the jumping schedule, sadly that's what happens with part-time people. You get moved around a bunch. That happened to me when I worked as a pharmacy tech. I'd work 2:30–11 p.m. and then have to come in the next day for the 7 a.m. 3:30 p.m. shift. What a shithole country. That's really cruel. Imagine making millions and then trying to skimp off the lowest paid workers, like seriously something wrong with some folks. TX people keep voting in GOP and surprise when working conditions are bad lol. Why are they changing her schedule like this? Grocery people knowingly laugh. Grocery people knowingly cry. Something important everyone in the service industry, food, bev and retail needs to remember: you get punished for being a good employee with open availability. Almost every time. It sucks, but that kind of scheduling is how retail is. And if you say anything, they'll hit you with that needs of the business spiel.